the people's best reactions to the 2024 R1 Canadian Grand Prix. So we are finally back after a Grand Prix that was pretty interesting, to be honest. It was a drag race, but we're gonna get into it. Let's start with the first segment. Oh dear, I never want to get into this. Arston Disaster Class. So my favorite driver, David Norris, and the whole Arston had a disastrous race. Yeah. I don't even know what to say. First, David Norris was put, not sure what happened, but he just had, immense tire wear. He just came in way too early and ended up having an engine issue, so he had to retire. And then Roger was even worse. Near the end of the race, making contact with Marcus, who was actually running in the points, and yet ended up taking out. Well, he spun on his own and ended up taking out Marcus, which was pretty weird, to be honest. Don't know what to say about that. Yeah, no point for Arston. I think is this their first double DNF? It might be. I've heard a lot of people say that. Maybe they had another one in 2022, but this is their first double DNF. Like, no points scored. And they're honestly lucky. Because we're going to get into the next segment. Mon struggles. Oh my goodness, Mon. How do we even defend this guy anymore? First of all, he was out in Q1 again. After crashing in a wet quali. Then we decided we were going to maybe get points of race today. What does he do? Crash again. 2 times a weekend. How does this guy still have his seat? Come on, his seat's gotta be at risk. I know he has the contract for next year, but his seat has got to be at risk. Like, how is this guy allowing to crash twice a weekend in the best car? Like, he's so lucky that Roger didn't score any points, or else he might have been worse off. Or else he might have been holding his head. But it was really a big opportunity for him with both double DNF for Arston. He could have jumped back into third in the championship. But no, he didn't. Anyways, next segment. Actually, we forgot to rate a race. I would rate this race. I think it's one of the better races of the season, in my opinion. I would go an 8 out of 10. First of all, wet quality, so it kind of shook up the grid. We had a lot of overtakes. We had a lot of chaos during the race. We had a lot of double DNFs. We had both Audi Sports DNFing. And both Arston DNFing. Also, yeah. Bad race for Audi Sport. Brandon McKenna, of course, crashed on his own. Not a good race for him. He had a good quali in P13, but not a good race for him. Once again, showing why he's a rookie, and a lot of people talking about him. He'll probably lose his seat after this year anyway. Of course, Marcus, not his fault. I think he was going to score a point. I think he was going to get P9. But then he was taken out, not his fault, by Roger. Let's talk about the front. We actually had a battle for the lead for once. That's why the race was so good. Because Mark surprisingly snatching pole in the wet quality. George was there, like, because at least 4 drivers who I thought could have won. George led the first thing. I think George honestly could have won. Like, he threw away that race, in my opinion. It wasn't wet, but it rained like a little bit before the race, so there wasn't too much grip. Yeah, Mario being able to come back up to P4. I think Mario could have won. Mario was saying that he could have won if he qualified better. George could have won as well. I think it's crazy that Manton still won that race. I guess it just shows why he's in the lead of the driver championship by so much. Because I don't think Manton should have won that race. I honestly agree. I don't think he should have won that. I think the three other drivers that could have won that, even Ocon too could have won, because Ocon was actually having a pretty good race. I mean, he was outclassed by George, but he was actually having a good race. Still finished P5. Yeah, crazy. It was just people been talking about this. Yeah, DMT villagers. Did we talk about them? Sure, go ahead. It just shows how bad their car is. I know it's their first season, but you can't. You've never seen someone this bad. That we literally had a crazy race, and they still found a way to both not score points. Like, they don't even get into chaos. They're just slow. Like, P13, P15. Donkey, I'm pretty sure that's their best result of the season. Like, nowhere near points. Yeah, it's got P13. They were nowhere near points. They would have been last, but of course, Short had that, like, clumsy spin. Short would have been in the points. Bad mistake from Short. Anyways, let's get into, like, miscellaneous category. Things that we kind of talk about. Double points for Yellow Sheep. Technically, where all the issues, where they should be. Double points for Yellow Sheep. Good for them. Frank, also good race. Great quality. Manages to get P9. I mean P8. Oh, we didn't even talk about this. BMW double points. I don't know how BMW got double points. I thought like DMZ Builders were gonna get one, but double points for BMW. I think, yeah, I don't know how Sart didn't get a point. They had a great strategy to start, but they managed to spoil it. But yeah, great Grand Prix. I think that's all the talking that we're gonna do for today. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Arca Island up next in a couple weeks. Always kind of enjoyed that Grand Prix. And yeah, we got 6 Grand Prix to go. Feels weird because it's not even September yet. And we got 6 Grand Prix to go, so that's an average of like 2 a month maybe? Or 3 a month? But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and yeah, we're gonna see you guys later. We might have our driver ratings like tomorrow or so.